And before I make my statement, let me just say to you, Mr. Dwyer, it's been a pleasure to serve with you these many years, and although we haven't always agreed on every item, we've always cared about our country together. Just a few minor items, but I wish you well in your retirement and looking out at the beautiful Pacific Ocean, and congratulations. There it is, and congratulations. Other than just, I'm sure you will, and our paths may very well cross again, and certainly congratulations to the new chairman. I am, as we know, we're considering this bill, and I think the bill is flawed, and it has actually been a flawed process. I oppose the bill, just as I oppose the bill that failed under the suspension of rules in September. There are two particularly sad parts about the bill. First, there is broad bipartisan consensus that we should provide STEM visas to foreign advanced degree graduates of U.S. universities. We should be able to come to an agreement for the benefit of the American people and our economy. Second, one lesson we should have drawn from the 2012 elections is that the American people want us to work together to solve problems, and that includes fixing our broken immigration system. But we can't do that when the majority brings to the House floor a partisan bill that they have not negotiated over, and a bill that I believe also is designed to cut legal immigration. For more than a decade, I have worked to increase visas for STEM graduates from America's great research universities. I come from Silicon Valley, and I know how valuable these brilliant people are in starting businesses and making innovation. But I think this bill is premised on a dangerous thought, which is that immigration is a zero-sum game. Now, many in this body, I think for too long, have adhered to sort of a Grover Norquist-type pledge to never increase immigration, not a single visa. But if we accept that zero-sum premise, we are going to be unable to craft comprehensive top-to-bottom immigration reform. How are we going to provide for reform to allow our agricultural workers to get right with the law, the dreamers who are brought here as children? How are we going to accommodate all of those individuals who need to be able to transition and get right with the law if it's a zero-sum game? The answer is we won't be able to do that. Also, it's worse than zero-sum because the way the bill is crafted, the diversity visa, which is being eliminated, will go to this category of very elite individuals, but if they're not all used, they will simply expire. They won't roll down, as is ordinarily the case, to other backlog categories. We know from the study that was recently done that bachelor degree level engineers born in India have to wait 70 years for a number to come up. Certainly, rolling down unused visas to other categories would be a wise thing to do. The bill, as I understand it, is crafted, allows for 4 years of rollover, and then the rollover would cease. Well, we don't know exactly how long it will take to work through the backlog, but the speculation is it will be several years. It's only at that point that the rollover would cease. Well, we don't have 50,000 Ph.D. and master graduates from research universities every year from foreign universities. So this will actually, in the end, have the effect of limiting immigration. I think also that the provision for so-called V visas, where relatives can come and await their numbers in the United States, is not as good as it should be. And I'll contrast it with what the Congress did, and I'll say it was a Republican Congress in the year 2000, and I think, Mr. Chairman, you were involved in it. It involved allowing those waiting for their card, spouses and minor children of legal permanent residents, to wait here. But at that time, work was permitted, and also people who are already here were permitted to benefit from it. That is not the case in the bill before us, and I think it falls short. I also have concerns about the bill which expressly allows for-profit and online schools to participate. Now, I understand the bill does, in fact, contain language limiting their immediate participation, but my concern is that this opens the door to that sector, and I think certainly the possibility of simply selling visas to rich foreigners is very much a concern that I have. I think the bill is flawed. It could have been fixed. However, we have not had the discussion necessary to come together to fix the problems. So today I am presenting the committee with 2 amendments that I ask to be ruled in order. They are the IDEA Act, which is and the Attracting the Best and Brightest Act, 2 bills I have already introduced in this Congress. The IDEA Act is a complete reform of high-skilled immigration and is supported by virtually every high-tech company and employer association in the United States. And the Attracting the Best and Brightest Act is a clean STEM bill that I believe would garner overwhelming support. I think we have to move beyond the zero-sum immigration discussion. We have to get beyond the old tired arguments that pit one group of immigrants against another. I am eager to work with Republicans for a top-to-bottom reform. This isn't it. And I would note I have just received word that the administration has just released a statement of administration policy in opposition to H.R. 6429, and I thought the Rules Committee would want to know about that, and I would be happy to make that available to the committee. With that, thank you very much.